Greetings and salutations. I hope everyone's having themselves a mighty fine day. Please like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell of dawn so the goals of the 13-month series doesn't get you when you can stay notified. Oh my goodness. That nigga V came, showed up, and left. I told you. I'm starting with Luslec. I don't give a damn. This is the MVP of this arc right now. Last week, I told you he was in his triple threat position. Locked in. He wasn't saying nothing. He didn't talk no smack. He said, I'm gonna get in my spell casting position. I'm ready to let that white space, dark twist, whatever the case may be, goblin thistle, I'm ready. As soon as the master arrived, aka our god, the real leader of FUG, he popped that motherfucker. And Urek got caught a third time. Stop playing with him. He's nice. He's the one. He put FUG on his back by himself. I don't respect anyone else in that organization. Only Luslec. And with all being said, let's talk about the chapter for real. I enjoyed it. It was short again, which I don't mind. I actually think being concise is a very, very important skill, but we got a decent amount in the short chapter that was this week. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I ended up going to like an 8.5 to a 9. That's the score that I ended up giving it. My favorite panel being Luslec and V after he saves him. And he's like, oh, shoot. I'm like, this is a demonic duo. Oh, my goodness. They could probably go crazy together. And my favorite piece of dialogue being Mazino saying, put the baby back. I really enjoyed watching how both Gustang and Urek immediately was able to discern that something was wrong with Bam. It wasn't him. Gustang obviously using the fact he knows V or knew V, quote unquote, saw V die, and seeing his techniques, seeing his presence, seeing the look on his face, and being like, it's you. Mazino being like, I got vibes. I got senses. Something's wrong. That's not the baby. And he's like, put the baby back. And I'm like, okay. I actually think that Mazino would have been a huge problem for V. I actually felt like V might have been able to deal with Traumerei and Gustang because they were fighting each other for so long. Gustang looks to be in worse shape to me, but Traumerei is apparently tired from using a lot of energy fighting Gustang, though he didn't look it. I need the Traumerei faction to let me know how they feel about him getting backshot once. He's pretty much down for the count. I actually don't think he's dead, even though V thinks he killed him. We'll see what happens. Let me know if you guys think that he's actually been washed away, so to speak. But the fact that he got one-tapped and was like unconscious and really out was still surprising to me, despite the fact that Traumerei was tired. Because V is basically saying he's not used to the body yet, though it's been very well trained. I'm going to circle back to that. He's not accustomed to the body yet, and he's not ready to take these two on. So you want to finish off Traumerei, who was already kind of weakened. That's basically what he did. And also, remember, he did take confusion. He did take advantage of the confusion in order to get his hidden. So keep that in mind. When he used the water dragon, he said, oh, you taught him one of my techniques. Excellent. And unleashed it for it to go. You got to ask yourself this question now. Now, I truly believe Bam learned many things that were pretty much unique to, let's say, his journey, his personal growth, and had nothing to do with, V and V's eventual return in his body. But you got to think about anything that was probably related to his training with FUG and or FUG members. Every technique to some degree was probably a V technique, V related, V adjacent, something V used. To the point that I'm even starting to wonder, and even though this would have been maybe a coincidence, I have to ask myself what things that Bam can do are actually him and what things are actually his father. Here's my personal take. Tension. Even though during the hidden floor, Dada Kunadwan was like, hey, you have good tension just like your father. Your father was able to pack a bunch of power in an orb. I'm starting to think that's not Bam's normal special ability. It's because V's in him, he can do that. Another one I'm starting to wonder is maybe technique replication. I'm not entirely sure yet. I'm kind of 50-50 on it. I'll come back to that in a few weeks. I think Bam's ability to devour and consume things into his endless space. We're gonna call it like the ultimate, external hard drive storage, absorbing certain beasts, souls, Leviathan, X, Y, and Z. I think that is probably unique to Bam, but I'm still not 100% sure how this works. Is this a Naruto and Kurama type beat, Suguna and Megami type beat? Is Bam completely gone? Is V in control forever? Can Bam fight back? Will this be a struggle for control over the body? You get what I'm saying? Can Bam somehow absorb V, or, hey, V, this is not the right way, but believe in me? And he's like, all right, my son, and like dissolve into him? There's so many questions. Is this V's real personality? Was V corrupted by the Shinsu when he was quote unquote killed? Or did he actually turn into this type of person when the war started? Or was the spell that resurrected him with Arlene for the sake of revenge somehow corrupting his personality? I have a lot of questions. And Mazino, Urek, my guy, you constantly fail at the things that you come here to do, which I think is the contrast to his overwhelming power and might, where he always looks good in terms of like no one could really mess with him, but he's failed at everything he's tried to do here. He couldn't save Bam. He didn't stop the red light district people from getting away. If he wanted to stop Traumerei or Gustang from dying, that was a failure. Luslec was spamming that move on him the way that LeBron spams the fuck you 3. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. That was so funny to me, man. He was locked in for real, and I got to give him his credit, man. Luslec, to me, has been extremely impressive. He is completely delivered in every capacity, and I'm super impressed with his showcase. V has used some interesting moves as well, like the little like he basically did like a delayed attack. It seemed like the water or Shinsu came out of Traumerei and washed him away and drowned him. I'm not entirely sure. And by the way, Gustang, you saying I'm adding you to the hit list, V, after your performance against Traumerei? I'm not moved by that statement. Shut your ass up, man. Shut the hell up talking to me. I'm not saying you're not smart, but I do think you're one of the weakest family heads along with Traumerei. But looks like Vam is here, baby. Looks like V is here to stay. Him and Luslec have walked away. And I guess the last thing you have to really ask yourself is how many people in FUG knew about this? Huaryu knew, I think. I think Rachel experienced some facsimile of evil V while being in the cave with Bam. I don't know if she knows exactly what's going on down to the last minute detail, but I think she's experienced it. Did Ha Jung Sung know? Ha Jung Sung you? You get what I'm saying? Like, who knows? Who really knows about this gimmick, about what was going on? When Zahard said, I killed you before, when he came to the data floor, the hidden floor, did he mean Bam? Did he mean V? Did he mean both of them? Food for thought. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Should be having a stream very soon with Ordering Mark to talk about these things. So come through and we'll talk. I have a lot of thoughts. I can't get them all down in this video, but we'll get them all out in that stream. November Patreon. I appreciate you guys as always the support. I need it. I really do. We got to get more people. But shout out to the CBLs and certified BAM lovers. That's the first tier. I appreciate you guys. But also a huge shout out to the Priest of Fire. They might be the real CBL. That's Brilith Gang. The best character in Kubera. But the biggest shout out to the 5th Zen Gods. Shout out to my tier 3s. Shout out to Johnny Rogers, Ketan, Lucky Roo, Muzaka, Revenant, Scobe, Simi, Wolf, Zyler Scotty, Big Abdel, Agrona Vitera, Childish Nujabis, Cisco, Gray, and Huey. Your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you. It's winter. It's getting cold. I'm going to need to warm myself up with some money. Yeah.